Servus! Welcome back everybody. So today we are starting on a new little adventure, and this time we are playing Jenny LeClue Detectivu. I have no idea how you actually pronounce this, but this is how I've read it, and I know it's Jenny LeClue and it's a detective game, so this is about everything I know about this. I have not looked into it yet, I just have checked whether the sounds are working, so we are gonna I think start a new game, but I'm just quickly gonna check out the options. Medium resolution. Choosiness. Oh god, I have a time limit. Show control, language, original. Okay. Okay. Back. Gonna start a new game. Start a brand new game. Erasing all collectibles. And progress. On New Game Plus I can do that. Okay. Confirm. Stay tuned. Effort. You'll never want to leave. I don't want to walk over there. Can I walk back? No, I can't. Okay, I have to walk this way. Please be still alive when you come back. Yes, okay. Danger. No swimming. Wasn't planning on actually. The gods have given me a boat. Accelerate. This is not the best idea this guy has ever had. Don't you know you shouldn't be holding up an umbrella in a thunderstorm? Especially not on water, where you are the highest peak everywhere. It cows, that's not creepy at all. Puzzles. Okay, I think I can do that. Oh no, don't do that to me. Okay, if I turn that, those two turn. If I turn okay. Oh god. Can't just I need to get that from here. Interact. Now what did I do though? Yeah, that seems unsuspicious. That seems like a normal thing to be happening. Welcome to Arthur. Thank you, Steam. Are you Arthur? Is this your city? What? Who? Oh, I must have dozed off. Perhaps we need a spot of tea to wake us up. What do you say, Rufus? Rufus says, "Rrr." Yes, yes, quite right. Better get back to work. This book won't write itself. Maybe I should start somewhere easier. I'll come back to the prologue later. The sun rose over another perfect day in picturesque Arthurton. To the casual observer, Arthurton seemed like any other small, quiet town. It was nestled in a valley between two mountains, lined by lustrous forests, and perched on the edge of a pristine lake. It had a main street with all the essentials, including a place to sip coffee. This graphic reminds me a lot of Night in the Woods, like this layout. It had schools, a college, a church, and a police station. Agatha Christie's, I like that one. The Great Placebo. It even had a museum no one ever visited. It was the kind of place you might find anywhere on your travels. Typical, maybe even forgettable. But there was one thing in Arthurton that was unlike any other town in the whole world. Actually, it was a girl. Her name was Jenny LeCLue. Cute. And she was the world's greatest detective. Finkelstein residence. Oh, hello, Glenda. Yes, he said he might ring. Okay, patch me through then. Richard? Yes, I got it. I did. And my answer is no. I understand that, but... Yes, of course. But... No, no, no. Nothing is settled. I am not going to do it. It goes against everything my books stand for. No, not yet, but... If I could just... Please, listen to what I'm saying. No, okay. I don't like that I can't do anything with my mouse. Exit is down here, okay. Letter to Finkelfans, draft. Well, it's me again, Arthur K. Finkelstein. And here we are at book 38 out of the Jenny LeClue series, her most joyful adventure yet. Thank you to all the new Jenny LeClue fans out there, you have both been incredibly supportive. To answer your questions, 1. Despite any rumors you may have heard, of course the Jenny books will continue, as long as there is ink in my pen and ribbon in my typewriter. And 2nd, yes, it will be more of the same. I refuse to change my formula. Arthurton will always be a safe and happy place. I'm guessing these are bikers or something like that. Here's a pen. Destruction! Pencil pusher. Now that is a title I like. Darkness. Light. Darkness. Light. Darkness. Light. Darkness. Light. Okay, let's keep the light on. It's cute. Sip of tea. So I could... Am I gonna do that though? It's porcelain and it's tea. No, I'm not pushing tea off the table. That sounds sinister. Dear author, I hope all is well. Afraid I've got bad news, old chum. There is no easy way to say it, so I've attached the latest book sales numbers. Nowadays, young readers want more mystery and danger. You're losing them with Jenny's increasingly timid and repetitive adventures. One bit of good news, it's too late for the stores to cancel their orders for the next book, so we're going to give you one last go and see if you can breathe some life into the old girl. We want you to try a proper murder mystery. Stop killing people off, add some more drama. The bottom line is, if you don't step it up, I'm afraid it's a case for Jenny and the Last Hurrah. Apparently, Arthur is not happy with this. He says he's not a murderer. So, we can flip things. Oh, and we can zoom. I want to zoom. Copy stored in thousands, entries in series. Okay. And flip it. In other positive news, someone from a real newspaper finally reviewed your last book. It took the worst bits out. Okay. Jenny LeClue and the Missing Marmalade Sandwich. The 38th and hopefully last book in a series which is very much past its prime. Once a collection of mystery stories cherished by children all over the world, Jenny LeClue has since taken a nosedive into mediocrity. Without reservation, blah 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 blah, Arthur K. Finkelstein, quality, and... The only mystery left in Atherton is how this trash keeps getting published. This reader nearly died of boredom. On a positive note, the book makes a great doorstop. Yeah, apparently Arthur's not happy. Wouldn't know a good story if it bit you on the rump. Okay, oh no, not flipping, zooming. The controls are a bit weird. I imagine all this might come as a bit of a shock, but we've got to move with the times. Throw in a murder or two, a dash of real tragedy, and who knows? Maybe you've got one great story left in you. I'll ring you later to discuss. Sorry about your career. Chin up though, eh? Richard Inkwell. P.S. Squash next week? At least you'll have time to work on that backhand soon. I can rotate stuff as well. Okay, interesting. I can't push that pencil, can I? I cannot type. I can only do that, okay. Oh, but I can exit here, okay. Did not know that. You don't understand what you're asking for. I forgot what voice I gave him. You want me to turn Jenny's world upside down, kill off my characters and destroy everything I've built over the last 30 years? Fine, I'll give you what you want, but I warn you, I'm a stream of consciousness writer, and you have unleashed my fury. Good day, sir. Well, he's pissed. Boring, predictable, ha! If it's murder they want, it's murder they'll get. I love his typing style. This is pretty much how I type my essays. Chapter 1. It should have been another perfect day in Atherton. Today was different, and nothing would ever be the same again. To begin with, Jenny LeClue was dead. What? Her skin was pale, her eyes glassy and frozen. What cruel fate had befallen our beloved detective? No, no, no! Never move the victim! Mrs. LeClue, she's doing it again. Jenny LeClue, you are a dead body. Dead bodies don't talk. Julie LeClue, former detective, teaches dumb students, terrible cook, great mom. But he's doing it wrong. As wonderful as it would be if all cadavers were so talkative, we must deduce the cause of death without their help, with only the evidence laid before us. We build a picture from the fragments left behind, we collect clues, interpret the data, and solve a puzzle one piece at a time, until it feels as if the victim is speaking to us. But Jenny is right, Jonathan. You mustn't disturb the crime scene. Vital evidence could be lost. Sorry, Mrs. LeClue. Okay, you all had a chance to study the body. Who can postulate how she met her demise? Oh, me. I think it was an accident. Yeah, she obviously wasn't looking where she was going. So she stepped on a wet floor and cracked her head open, like an egg. And then she bled to death. Really? How can you tell? Well, there's a giant pool of blood around her head. Yeah, I know. I was being sarcastic. Oh. Actually, you're both wrong. What? It was cold-blooded murder. Murder? Don't be ridiculous. Where's the murder weapon? There's no evidence anyone else was even here. Oh, yes there is. It was murder, and I can prove it. The case of the dead lab assistant. Jenny had read all the books. She'd absorbed all her mother's teaching. But there was nothing quite like getting your hands dirty. How many people get the chance to solve their own murder? The first step in any good deduction was collecting evidence. Seemingly insignificant details could provide a vital piece of the puzzle. First, I'll search the crime scene for clues, then she'd analyze the data, and finally, deduct the real cause of death. Clues. There's a mug. Mr. Beans, the ends justify the beans. What a waste of perfectly good coffee. Jenny's love for coffee was almost as strong as her passion for crime solving. Chalky green residue on the rim. Smells like burnt matches. The floor is wet and slippery, but also immaculately clean. Approximately 8 sizes too big and covered in mud. Jenny's blue sweater was scruffy and quite uncomfortable, but her grandmother had knitted it, and so it was her favorite. The more it aged, the closer she felt to her. Oh, that is cute. Can I not identify these? No, okay. There's no doubt the victim lost a lot of blood. The victim has a green smudge on her lips. It's not lipstick. Without her trusty bifocals, Jenny couldn't see the nose in front of her face. They were her window to the world and the lens through which she focused her keen detective vision. Yeah, and it's kind of weirdly foggy. Anything else over here? If it wasn't, no, it wasn't Jenny's style to wear head accessories, but this hair clip was the exception. Its function as a lockpick had saved Jenny from a long night trapped in the school locker. She'd worn it ever since. I've seen enough. Time to wrap this case up. Jenny was a meticulously record keeper, noting every relevant clue in her trusty journal. A great detective knew that solving a mystery was simply a matter of connecting the dots. I'm certain this wasn't a mere accident. Now I just need to prove it. The victim is wearing giant muddy boots. The victim is wearing thick rimmed glasses. How do I know the victim didn't slip? Giant muddy boots, right? Fresh pool of sticky blood, sweaters old and icky. My glasses, and then I make a deduction. I don't know how this goes. No, that's not what I meant. Let me try that again. Well, the floor is wet and my boots are full of mud. The victim's boots are filthy. They should have left big muddy footprints on the floor. So where are those? Someone else was here. But who? Either someone washed away her footprints, or she was carried here. Apparently we solved the murder. Okay, that proves she didn't slip. Okay, this is what we proved. Okay, now we're looking for the real cause of death. I think the coffee cup and the mouth has something to do with that. That proves she didn't slip. So how did she actually die? Why can't I? No, thank you. I want to. Okay, I need to use those. The coffee cup. No coffee left, just a chalky green residue that smells of almonds. And I have this chalky green residue on my lips as well. So I think that is what killed me. There's a green residue in the bottom of the victim's coffee cup. It smells of burnt matches, phosphorus. Also found in common garden fertilizer. Okay, so the cup is deadly but delicious and it smells of this. Yeah, and I have this on my mouth, so I drank it. The same green mark is on the victim's lips. Her coffee was spiked with fertilizer. Someone clearly wanted her dead. Solved it. The case of the dead lab assistant. Gone before her time. Was it poison? Yes. A blow to the head? Yes. An accident? Certainly not. No footprints in an unshattered mug. She was killed somewhere else and carried here. This is the story of a scorned ex-lover. Jenny, the gardener, enacting his revenge. Jenny, a deadly brew of fertilizer and caffeine coursing through the veins. That's quite enough, thank you. What happens to the gardener? Is this going to be on the test? Remember, class, even the smartest criminals make mistakes. This is how we catch a killer. But what's the point of all this? Yeah, there hasn't been a murder in Atherton in years. Every town has a dark side, even Arthurton. By doubting, we are led to question, and by questioning, we arrive at the truth. Okay, that's all for today. Don't forget, next class is our field trip to the morgue, so have a light lunch. The students need to think for themselves, Jenny. That's why they're here at Gumboldt, to learn. I just figured we all had places to go. Speaking of which, and where are you off to, young lady? I'm a dead body, Mom, remember? Dead bodies don't tell. See ya. Wait, before you go, I have something for you. Cool, what is it? If I told you, that would spoil the fun, wouldn't it? The LeClues didn't simply hand each other presents. They hid them. It was a family tradition, and Jenny had developed a sixth sense for finding them. With her trusty magnifying glass at her side, nothing eluded her. Can I do anything? Ooh. That spooked me. A new journal! To Jenny, there was nothing better than the aroma of a fresh leather notebook. It smelled like mystery. Without missing a beat, she did what any detective worth their salt would do. She decorated it. I love nerds. Wow. Oh, that is me. I can do that. I can change the sticker. You know, I do love nerds, so my boyfriend is a big fat nerd. So I choose this one. And it goes on the top. Right here. A great detective never gives up. Love, Mom. A new journal meant new adventures. She imagined all the thrilling cases that would soon fill its pages. And on the first page, her mother had written an inscription. A great detective never gives up. Love, Mom. Okay, but there's nothing on there yet. Okay. I love it. Thanks, Mom. Jenny, I wanted to talk about, somewhere in the back of Jenny's highly caffeinated brain, an alarm bell was ringing. Her mom was hesitating. What could be causing her to react so out of character? What? I did not do anything. I'm not choosing anything. What is it doing? Limited eye contact, watery, defensive body language, missing ring. Crossed arms, furrowed brow. Jenny saw it coming from a mile away. Her mother was about to get emotional. I've really got to go. No, Jenny, wait, I need your help. What? Really? Jenny couldn't believe her ears. It was extremely unusual for her mother to ask her for help. It must be something very important. Tracing the steps of a deranged killer? A cold case that only someone with Jenny's expertise could solve? I've misplaced the students' essays on decapitation. See if you can find them for me before you leave. I have to run. Wow. The case of the misplaced papers. Are you sure you want to trust me with such a complex task? I have no doubt you'll be able to find them. They're around here somewhere. Jenny was unsure if her mother was unable to detect sarcasm or just really good at ignoring it. Come on, help your mom. Okay, Mom, I'll find them before I leave. On one condition. Yes? You have to let me help grade them. One of Jenny's favorite pastimes was grading papers. Nothing pleased her more than giving a big, shiny F to an overconfident student. Don't push your luck. Please. Oh. Okay. Yes! Find the papers and go straight home. But I'm meeting Keith tonight. Who is Keith? No buts, remember? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm still feeling the effects of being poisoned for your class. Well then, I have the perfect antidote. You're staying with your cousin this weekend and you still need to pack. This again. Look, I've considered your offer, Mom, and I'm going to have to decline. I'm old enough to take care of myself. I'll be back late tonight. There's meatloaf in the fridge. Late again? What are you up to? Jenny LeClue, it's been a difficult week. Could you please just do what you're told for once and stop asking questions? Fine. And try to stay out of trouble. When do I ever get into trouble? She does it better than I do. Alright, let's find these papers and get out of here. Yeah, we're not gonna do that actually, because I've been recording for over half an hour again. So, we are leaving this first episode of Jenny LeClue here. I am loving this so far. I take great joy in creating silly voices for characters. I can assure you that by next episode I will have forgotten all of the voices I've gave people, so they might change over the course of the series, but this is fun. I haven't gotten the hang of the controls yet, and sometimes I don't know what the choices want from me, but we'll figure this out together and I think we'll have a great time, and I will see you in the new year. Have a great New Year's Eve, and I will see you 2020. Okay, bye guys!